This might be one of the sickest stories I think I've ever had to talk about. A 66-year-old Republican official from the state of North Carolina by the name of James Yokley Jr., who just 2 months ago was actually appointed as the head of the Surry County Election Board. So this 66-year-old Republican official took his two granddaughters to Dairy Queen on August 8th. And then, after they got their little ice cream treats, something weird happened. 66-year-old Republican Yokley took the ice creams, brought them to a nearby police officer, and said, "Oh no, officer, I just found all of these pills and drugs in my poor granddaughter's ice creams. We were here for a sweet treat, and now it's turned into calamity because somebody has drugged our ice creams." So, the cops conducted an investigation. How in the hell did these drugs get into the ice cream? For the record, before anybody, jumps to conclusions, the granddaughters did not eat any of the ice cream. So they did not ingest any of the drugs. But first thing the cops decide to do, or one of the first things, is, you know what? We got to look at the Dairy Queen surveillance footage. So they look at the surveillance footage, and wouldn't you know it, they found the person who put the drugs in there, very obvious on camera. And it was Mr. Yokley himself. And the drugs tested positive for MDMA and cocaine. He slipped MDMA and cocaine into his young granddaughter's ice creams. Luckily, they didn't get a bite before he snatched them away because he knew what was in there. And now he has been arrested. He has been charged on multiple felony accounts: contaminating food or drink with a controlled substance, possession of Schedule I narcotics, and child abuse. And this is the Republican who is in charge of elections in Surry County, North Carolina. He, of course, has posted bail. He had a $100,000 secured bond. But what gets me about this story is, what was the goal here? Obviously, you weren't trying to harm your granddaughters. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt on that. If you wanted to, you would have let them eat the ice cream. So what were you trying to do? Set yourself up for a lawsuit to sue Dairy Queen? Were you trying to do this to get in the national headlines and then say, crime is out of control, Donald Trump, please come to North Carolina? What was the goal here? You see, that's where my mind goes. This is disgusting. It is despicable. It is, dare I say, deplorable. And I hope this man spends the last years of his life in jail. And I hope his granddaughters resent him and never speak to him ever again for even putting them in that situation where they could have poisoned themselves and died. But I still have that part of my brain that wants to know why. What was the motive of this? What was your end goal? What were you going to do after, reporting them for having drugs in the ice cream? I have to know those things. Like, I have this compulsion to understand why these actions take place, regardless of what action it is, who it is doing it. I have to know. Because this is a sick individual, but that's not a good enough answer. He did this for a specific reason. And the public deserves to know why, because after all, again, this is a Republican official in charge of elections, so we kind of need to know what's going on in his head. Thanks for watching, everyone. We're inching closer and closer to 1 million subscribers, and we're aiming to hit that goal before the year closes. So if you aren't subscribed to the channel, please do so, and don't forget to like, comment, and share. Thanks for joining us as we head towards this huge milestone.